Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process, and today we're going to be taking a sneak peek into 2023 for the sign of Leo. This video is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, anyone with heavy placements in the sign of Leo, or anyone who resonates heavily with Leo energy. Even if you don't identify with Leo energy or have that much Leo in your chart, but you were drawn to this video, there may be a reason for that. So take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a collective reading, so even if you are all Leo in your chart or all Leo in your heart, there's probably going to be some stuff that doesn't resonate because of course, everything is not for everyone. However, we're going to tap into the most common collective energies. And remember, timelines are fluid. They're always shifting. They're always changing. So just because I may tap into an energy in this reading does not mean it's going to go down like that for you. You have the power, when you have awareness, to shift any circumstance and to make different choices and decisions. Our free will actions are what dictate our fate. So just I felt the need to put that out there as a disclaimer as well. You guys are probably going to have an intense reading. I know you're going to have a powerful and intense year because you have Venus in your sign for a very large chunk of 2023. From June 5th all the way to October 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, June 5th to October 8th, Venus is going to be, we could just call her Venus for this year, right? Leo Venus, because she's in it. She's in it to win it, you guys, and you will be too. Venus is going to go retrograde in your sign. This is why she's going to be in there for such a long time. That retrograde is beginning on July 22nd, which of course is a powerful day because we have that 2223 energy, right? 72223 is the breakdown of the digits there. So going in on the 22nd, powerful day here, and completing her retrograde on the 4th of September. And then of course we have the pre-shadow and the post-shadow periods, which I did not write down for you guys, but you can look into those if you want to know more about that. And right before Venus begins her retrograde here, around the very beginning of July, she is going to come into close contact with Mars, her counterpart energy, also in your sign. They're not going to be exactly conjunct, but they're going to be around the energy of each other within a few degrees. So we're going to be feeling that synergy of the Mars-Venus energy. What does this all mean for you? Well, the cards are going to give us a deeper look into that. But this is, I mean, you guys are a sign that is already all about the heart chakra, all about that heart energy. Venus in your sign is really busting that heart chakra wide open. And so this is happening collectively, of course, as a collective transit. But for you guys, you're going to feel it even more intensely because Venus is in your sign. So major heart openings, major heart awakenings, breakups, breakouts, breakthroughs, a lot of potent energy. This energy could affect your finances as well, as this is something else that Venus rules. Your creativity, your romance and love life, of course, friendships, relationships, so much that this transit is going to affect. And so buckle up, you guys. It's going to be a powerful year. You guys have had a lot of Venus action. Venus and Mars tend to like to come around each other's energy and kind of flirt with each other in your sign a lot. And when we did have the exact conjunction of Venus and Mars, excuse me, you guys, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2021 that we had that. That was in your sign as well. So Venus and Mars get real frisky when they get into your sign, Leo, and really liking to have those conversations with each other. And that is a huge dynamic creative energy. Of course, when the counterparts, masculine and feminine, Mars and Venus, get together in your beautiful sign. You guys will have to excuse me. I may be burping a little bit off and on. If anybody is offended by that, I would apologize, but it's honestly something that I can't help or control. It's really interesting. When I first started doing YouTube, and I have a friend who's a Leo, and we actually started our original channel together. It was called Intuitive Insights with Kayla and Kassia. And I used to burp all the time when we were getting ready, when we were kind of calling in the energies, setting the sacred space before we would do our videos together. I would belch for like 10 minutes straight. It was like a way that I was purging and releasing energy. And I think some of it had to do with anxiety too. And I do that a little bit sometimes now still before I hit the record button. But today it was really bad again. So Kayla, if you're watching this, it was like when we used to do our videos, and I'm still feeling some of that energy coming up and coming out. So what that tells me is that you guys may be purging and releasing a lot this year. Some of you may be experiencing a lot of anxiety, either currently or you're going to go through periods of this in 2023, and there's the need to purge and release. So yeah, also some powerful activations, especially of that, like we said, the heart chakra. And I'm wanting to jump right in for you guys for this first half of 2023, clear, with the, what is this called? The Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. So we're getting right into the tarot for you guys. We're not even going to mess around here. Tell me, give me some energy for Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Heavy placements, 2023, first half of 2023 here. What is going on with my beautiful lions and lionesses? All right, 8-8 portal this year is going to be big for you guys too, right? You are going to have a Venus in your sign during that. And I believe, yeah, because she goes retrograde the 22nd of July, so she will be retrograde at the beginning of her retrograde during that 8-8 portal. So that's going to be a big, big energy for you guys. So we have the Six of Swords as the first card out. Moving on from troubling situations, from angst, mental angst I'm feeling. So that's that anxiety energy that we were talking about. And in this card, we always have somebody who's navigating a boat, right? And we would assume, I guess the mind goes right to a woman and child, but we don't really know because they're cloaked. We know there is an adult and a child in this boat, and it's the adage or the phrase that we like to use with this is moving on to calmer waters, right? I'm feeling not just mentally, swords represent mental energy, but I'm feeling emotionally. And the mind and the emotions, right, they're so linked that it's hard to separate one from the other. Our mental state creates our emotional state, and sometimes when emotions well up out of nowhere, they create a mental state. So it's a cycle. It's the chicken and the egg kind of thing, right? They're very interlinked. But definitely emotions. I feel like there have been turbulent waters for a lot of you guys for quite some time, and there is an energy of calm. I just heard the calm before the storm. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I said, your reading is probably going to be intense. But at least there's a calm in there somewhere. Let's get a little more energy on this. I feel like some of you guys may literally be moving. If there is somebody who is in a bad domestic situation, I feel you moving on from that situation as well. And we have the Nine of Cups. That came out in reverse. Not sure how we're going to take it yet. Let's get a couple more cards to see. Yeah, definitely feeling that if somebody has been in a challenging situation, especially if it's been like an abusive domestic situation, I'm feeling for somebody, you're moving out of that energy, you're navigating, and you may receive some assistance from somebody in that process. This is a masculine steering the ship. It doesn't necessarily mean for some of you guys it could be a masculine figure in your life. I'm feeling your own inner masculine, though. Ooh, yeah. Your inner masculine is steering this ship. And so I feel like for some of you, this is simply speaking to the balance of the masculine and feminine within your being. Your masculine and feminine in 2022, perhaps, but beyond, got kind of skewed. It was thrown off balance by situations that happened, by traumas that were triggered. For some of you guys, you may not have reached that point of balance yet, right? That's something that we all strive for, that we all work towards. Most people are out of balance in that. But for a lot of you, I feel like you were pretty balanced, and then you got thrown off balance by some event. Something kind of triggered that energy. So your feminine energy feels like it was the heavier of the two. And the masculine energy was you weren't able to fully step and embrace your divine masculine in the ways that would have behooved you, so to speak. And your feminine would kind of like overtook you. So this is a lot of when our feminine is out of balance. This is when we can be very in our feels, in our emotions, almost like drowning in our feelings and emotions. We're having difficulty setting really strong boundaries, right? We allow people to walk all over us. We're unable to take action. That's where the unbalanced masculine comes in. Indecisiveness, inability to take action, inability to assert ourselves. And so both of these energies within you had become kind of out of balance. And now your inner masculine is coming out, and it's really steering the ship and bringing you out of these troubled waters into a calmer state of mind. And there was a phrase that was trying to pop through my consciousness. It was something like bridge over troubled water. That's what it was. Yeah. So for some of you, it's literally like building a bridge over troubled water. I don't fully understand what that means, bridge over troubled water, in relation to this. I feel like somebody watching this is going to understand what that means for them. For some of you guys, maybe the waters were troubled, and you just built a bridge to kind of get over them without addressing the fact that the waters were tumultuous, and that bridge has become unstable. I don't know. We're not going to waste our time getting into the interpretation of that. That's just the phrase that came through, bridge over troubled water. Maybe isn't that a song? Maybe that's going to resonate for someone. I don't know. But getting back to this energy here, your masculine is now steering the ship, and it's steering you to a calmer place, more stable emotionally. It's supporting your feminine. And remember, with Venus in your sign for a huge chunk of 2023, your divine feminine is really going through an overhaul, right? So she's being strengthened. She's being fortified by her masculine. And this is the thing that a lot of people miss. When we talk about the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, is that the way we balance one is by calling on the other. So anytime we're balancing our divine feminine, we're working with our divine masculine. We're calling in more of our divine masculine energy to balance the divine feminine. And vice versa. When our masculine energy is unbalanced, we call in the divine feminine to bring that balance. All right, so your Venus in your sign working on healing your divine feminine for a lot of you is going to be involving calling on your divine masculine and allowing your divine masculine to come and bring through the support, the sustenance that your divine feminine needs. And of course, for anyone who's unfamiliar, we're talking about the two essences within the self. We all carry both of these essences. All right. So moving forward here, yeah, a lot of clarity coming through too, mental clarity, where there was confusion. And I feel like some of this mental confusion was due to the emotional state. Like a really intense emotional state can cloud our judgment, right? And I feel like that was part of the energy here. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups. It came out inverted, but we also have the Sun coming out. So this feels like a really positive energy. Ooh, this feels like, I like this. This is good. A wish that wasn't granted now comes true. So something that you want, something that you desired, something that you put out there that you were trying to manifest perhaps, that was delayed or did not come through the way that you wanted or at all, is coming through now. Excuse me. Yes, there is a wish now being granted. As you move out of these murky emotional and mental waters, you come into a higher vibration. I don't want to say better, a higher vibration, a vibration that's more resonant to the thing that you were trying to create. And now that energy begins to come in. For some of you guys, it's a child. There is a child here. Sun card can also represent Gemini energy. It is one of the cards that we look at for Gemini energy. I also feel it for Leo energy, right? Because the Sun rules Leo. So Leo and Gemini energy are energies that the Sun card can represent. So for some of you guys, there is a child. If you were trying to have a child, trying to conceive a child, that child comes through. That energy. For some of you guys, this is your own inner child healing. And like a rebirth of innocence is what it feels like. I'm feeling Fool energy here. A rebirth of innocence. So that's really beautiful. For some of you guys, it's like the thing that you were trying to manifest. It wasn't even like, for some of you guys, it was like a career, something that you're trying to do in that regard. For some of you guys, it was a child or a family, a stable home situation maybe. But I feel for others of you, it was simply like emotional fulfillment and a sense of peace and serenity. It's like you guys, you were keeping it simple. And Leo's not necessarily always famous for that. You guys are like, I'm a Taurus sun, all right? So I can relate to this. We're both fixed energies. We both enjoy the finer things. We enjoy luxury. All right, so I get it. I understand it. But here it's like you were just trying to manifest and create that feeling of contentment and fulfillment. And there's a new beginning here. That's what the Sun card to me, it's so, I'm feeling Fool energy so strongly with this Sun card. All right, and the Fool I liken to Aries energy, which is interesting. So that Aries energy, that Aries vibe. And what I want to look this up for you guys real quick, because I'm pretty sure the next, the next Venus retrograde, which isn't until 2025, but that's going to be in the sign of Aries, ending in Pisces. So I think that's fascinating. And we have a ton of Aries energy this year. We have the North Node shifting into Aries, South Node into Libra. So there could be something with that. And this is all happening in July as well, the nodes shifting. So July is going to be a really powerful, pivotal time for you guys. Which makes sense, right? Right around your birthday, your solar return as well, Sun. Yeah, your solar return is going to be big, you guys. Solar return, 8-8 portal solar return, that whole period of time, which is also Venus will be retrograde during your birthdays as well, right? Yeah, just a big time for you guys. But it's like the return of, it's an aspect of yourself that you had lost. Or not lost, right? We never lose anything. I was going to say misplaced, but that's not the word. That's not the word I want to use either. An aspect of yourself that you would put on a shelf. How about that? The self-elf on the shelf comes back to you now. All right. You're able to reclaim this aspect of yourself or your essence. And there's a freedom, right? I'm looking at the horse right now. The horse represents freedom, passion. For some of you guys, it was the passion that you were lacking. Your passion for life, your zest for life, your passion for a partner maybe, your passion for what it is that you're here to do on this planet. It's like you're coming alive again. I'm feeling like literally right now, feeling the rays of the sun beaming down, those light codes coming through from the sun. The sun is your ruling planet, right? And it's always your ruling star, I guess, technically, right? And it's always really powerful and healing for you guys, but it's going to be especially so this year. So make sure you soak up as much of that sunshine as you can. Yeah. I'm thinking of that song now by Len, that super old song from the 90s, You Steal My Sunshine. Don't let anything steal your sunshine this year. I almost called you Aries. Maybe some of you need to watch the Aries video. That one's already been done. Don't let anybody steal your sunshine, especially yourself. If that has happened for you in the past, that's happening no longer. Oh, which card just kind of slid out all sly? You guys see that? Got the Queen of Cups. And she was kind of inverted. The way she fell out, sometimes when the cards fall out like this, it's hard to tell which way they're trying to go. That one was, and that's funny because it is the Queen of Cups, right? So that's that heart energy, that emotion energy. So you guys may be back and forth in your emotions. That may be why I had that energy of like, which way are we going? What are we doing? But you're much more stable than you have been. All right. And your emotions now, you're in a place where instead of feeling overwhelming, you're able to feel them, to release them, to use them to alchemize, right, for healing. And this would be the imbalanced feminine, right? This is now the balanced feminine, coming into more of a balanced energy of your feminine. Any more? Is there anything more we need to know about the Queen of Cups here? Oh, shit, you guys. All right. We got the Lovers and the Death card here. All right. So there is and this is like the she doesn't know which way to go energy, right? There is a powerfully transformative decision around love here for you guys. A choice that you have to make around love. There's a powerful soulmate connection here that transforms. For some of you guys, it is a choice. There's a choice or a decision involved with this, though. Got the Emperor. No, this is the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So there's definitely that need for decisiveness here. Tell me more about this. Oh, and I'm actually wanting to use the Intuit Oracle here for you guys for this clarifier. Tell me more about this Lovers, clear, Death energy, Death card energy here. Very transformative soulmate relationship. This makes sense with Venus and Leo, right? That retrograde. There's going to be a lot of going back over things, revisions, right? Retrogrades are always a period where we are rethinking things. We're seeing things from a different perspective. We're rehashing the old sometimes. We're also integrating. Tell me about this. This Lover's Death card energy. And of course the Queen of Cups is also water sign energy, right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Death card represents Scorpio. The Lovers represents Gemini, right? So we have two cards that can be linked to Gemini energy out here. We have the full moon, the fall full moon here. Culmination of effort, completions, abundance, release. So full moon energy basically says, yes, the time has come. Tell me more about this. Somebody you've been really working to manifest a soulmate, a powerful soulmate, like twin flame type energy. And I feel that coming through for you. For some of you guys, it is about the release of somebody, though. There's two different sets of people I'm reading for here. Yeah, coffin, death, loss, breakup. So for some of you guys, you are stepping out of a really powerful connection. That's the choice you have to make, is to release somebody. Tell me more here. For others of you, somebody new, brand spanking new, it feels like, is coming in for you. Here we have the Garden and the Tornado. Liberation, breakdown, sudden unexpected endings. So this is like the Tower energy here. And the Garden is all about community, getting out there, parties, events. It says playing the field too. Yeah, somebody is letting somebody go. And you may not see this coming. And that means either they're letting you go and you don't anticipate that. Well, you might now. You didn't anticipate that. Or you all of a sudden realize that you have to let them go. And it's like a snap realization. Like it comes in like like that Tower card. And you realize this is what has to be done. We have the butterflies on the bottom of the deck. Embrace change. Metamorphosis. All right. And I apologize. I know I'm in a really fun mood today. I know this is heavy, and this energy is going to be really painful and heavy for whoever is dealing with this, most likely, because this is an intense and powerful connection that you have with this person. And so I apologize. I'm not making light of your situation and the possible pain. I just wanted to throw that out there. But this butterfly card shows me that everything's going to turn out all right. Butterflies to me represent hope. They represent lightness of spirit. They also represent resilience, because think about how far the butterfly flies on those little wings. And what do we have underneath that, twin flames? There's a major awakening that comes from this. For some of you guys too, I feel like you may meet somebody who you have this twin flame like relationship with. And when we're talking about twin flames, there's a lot of different energies of twin flames. The twin flame energy that we're talking about here is that energy of a soul who is a mirror for your soul. Some say two sparks of the same soul energy, right? Who comes in like a wrecking ball, kind of, and they reflect back to you, basically. And they're here to assist you in awakening to the aspects of self that need to be seen and understood at this time. That's the kind of twin flame that we're talking about. That's what we're talking about here, is a soul that comes in to catalyze some sort of like rapid fire spiritual growth for you. These people, we do not always, this type of twin flame energy, we don't always end up with this person because it's so intense, it's so rapid fire. The healing work, and it makes sense with Venus in your sign going retrograde, right? This huge heart opening, heart awakening, that we would be heart chakra activation, right? That's on this card as well. That this would be activated by a person. Their very energy is activating to you. That's part of this connection. Sometimes twin flames come together and they are healed enough to stay together and do the healing together and then have a beautiful relationship, right? But a lot of times that connection is really, really intense. It can often be mistaken for a karmic relationship, right? Because of the intensity of it. Yeah, so for some of you guys, you're already in this relationship and you're having to remove yourself. And remember, we know that it doesn't always mean forever, especially in these types of connections. Sometimes people do take a break from each other, do their own healing work, and sometimes gravitate home was the word I wanted to say. And sometimes they don't. And either way is perfect. Either way is beautiful. The big mistake that people make is sitting and waiting around once a separation happens, and not being able to let this relationship go and be open to the other soulmates and the other energies and people that want to come into your reality, that also have something to teach you, that also want to grow you, to heal you, to play with you, right? You guys are all about that playful energy. Some soulmates just want to come in and play and support us, and that's beautiful. We miss out on all of that if we don't keep our hearts open. All right, so if you are in this period where you have to release and let go of somebody who carries this type of energy for you, be open to that. And for some of you guys, you haven't met this person yet, you're going to meet this person, and it's going to be really intense. But it's not going to be, it's like there's a releasing energy here too, right? You're going to have to let them go. It's not like you're going to meet and you're going to be married by the end of the year. Like, that came through for some people in the Gemini reading, I think. Yeah. Yeah, but there's a powerful awakening here either way, and it's really positive with the butterfly and the metamorphosis. Any other energy on this? And I always have trouble. I have such conflicted feelings when it comes to the twin flame energy. Because so many people, there's so much confusion around that term. And I don't really know if any of us really fully understand it. I don't even know if I fully understand it. I want to discount it and say that, like, some of the stuff they say about twin flames, like, isn't really real or whatever. But then as I'm channeling things, like, things come out anyway. You know, so I think that it is authentic. I think a lot of people can confuse a lot of different types of relationships for twin flame relationships. I think they're actually a bit more rare than people believe they are. And I think we spend too much time labeling our connections and not enough time actually experiencing them. But this profound comes in, activates, brings up the things that need to be healed. All of that energy, that is this connection, whatever you want to call it. And part of the experience and part of the lesson may be in the letting go. And then we have the dog coming out. This also says soulmate, but it's also, it's pets, it's friends, it's helpful people, faithful companions. So I feel like for some of you guys, this is saying this is a time to lean on your friends. And for some of you guys, I feel like this person, this connection, you may actually be friends. Like, you may have to split apart, but you're able to stay supportive of each other, and you find some way to stay friends or stay connected, which is really beautiful. And doesn't always happen when we have this intensity of connection unless two people are both very evolved. But this is also saying, like, lean on your friends. Lean on your friends. You will have supportive people coming into your life also around this time. Remember, especially talking about the Venus retrograde, Venus energies are not just about lovers and romantic partners. They're also about friends. They're about the connections that we make, the heart-centered connections that we make. So really allow yourself to focus and expand on those other heart-centered connections as well. And this is really helpful too when we enter a relationship, like a romantic relationship. A lot of times that takes precedence, especially as we get older. We're busy. We don't have as much free time and energy, especially when we have children. We have a demanding career, job, whatever. We have to practice time for self-care. There's a lot of stuff on our plate. We don't have time to nurture all of our friendships the way that we would want to sometimes. And when we throw a romantic partner into the mix, sometimes they eat up all that extra free energy. And I don't mean that necessarily in a negative way, but what we have, our extra bandwidth, is dedicated to them. So our friendships can fall by the wayside, and then when our relationships end, we feel really alone. Of course, those of us who have met our true soul tribe and have those true blue near dear friends, it doesn't matter how much time has passed, right? We can reconnect like that. It's like me, I have a lot of those relationships where we don't always have the time and energy for each other. We love each other unconditionally. We miss each other. We touch base every now and then, and it's like no time has passed. And if one of us truly needs something and is truly in crisis, we're right there. All right, it's those kind of friends. Stay close. Hold those friends close. Lean on them. Rely on them as you're moving through this energy so you don't feel so alone. Then we have Taurus energy coming out here. Queen of Earth. Springtime. This is the Venus card, right? Venus rules Taurus. The Hierophant, which is the card that Taurus represents. I'm feeling the prosperity energy here. I do feel like you are going to be more prosperous financially in this first half of 2023. And there's something about a year from now during the spring is coming up. I feel like for some of you, that's where you're moving in the direction of prosperity. For some of you guys, it is going to come through. For others of you, the springtime next year is going to be a very abundant time for you. So don't get discouraged when you hear that, like, oh, I want it to be right now. Allow that energy to develop. Keep putting in the work Taurus energy, it is practical, it is stable, it is down to earth. It gets things done. That's the energy you want to embody here. Excuse me. I told you guys, it's probably going to be the whole video. Persevering. Keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the time. This whole year for everybody, a big energy of this year. It is Aries energy characterizes this year, right? We got a lot of Aries energies going on. A lot of moons in Aries. A lot of, we got the nodes. It's just the fire. It's a fire year, okay? So it's very much about pushing forward. It's very much about being bold, being new, taking risks, taking chances. But it's also that stability. And of course, we have North Node in Taurus until July. So that's bringing in that stability, right? That energy that is teaching us how to be in the present moment. That's a big thing this energy is teaching us, presence. But it's also teaching us how to follow through, how to be productive. And it's about being consistent. Consistency is key. Every year, all the time, but especially in 2023. And it's going to be key for you too. If you want that abundance, if you want to be prosperous, put in the work. Keep putting in the work. And in the springtime next year, maybe Aries season, right? March energy, it's going to start to pay off. This says April, that's never mind. That's when Taurus energy, that's when Taurus is born, April 22nd to May 21. So it could be April to May, but I'm feeling March for some people. That's really going to begin to come through. This also relates to your own journey. If you're on a journey of self-love, which we all are, right? If you're on a journey of really learning how to be embodied in your physical vessel, making friends with your body, working on your health, working on your grounding, working on just like the acceptance of being a human being, right? I think a lot of us, I mean, pretty much everyone that finds this channel identifies as a starseed, right? Light worker, empath, all these different labels that we use to try to explain ourselves and explain ourselves to ourselves. And where was I going with that? Yeah, so being embodied, we call it fully incarnated, right? Some of you guys may be working on that, learning how to be a human, how to be a star-seeded soul that is masquerading as a human, and how to really fully connect with and embody this existence. That's what Taurus energy is all about. Any of those things, you're going to keep putting the energy into that, and know that you are like the results of that, the benefits of that are really going to shine through for you by springtime next year, which sounds far away, but we know time, first of all, time's an illusion, right? Time is not linear. And time, that being said, as a disclaimer, time moves very quickly. All right, so that time is going to come in the blink of an eye. Just keep moving forward. We got stalemate energy here. This is that stubborn energy. This is saying use your stubbornness in a positive way. Taurus energy, also very stubborn. You're fixed fire, Taurus is fixed earth. All right, so use your stubbornness to your advantage as far as sticking to your path, being resilient, showing up, committing, all of that energy. All right, but don't allow yourself to become so fixed and so stubborn that you it's like the energy of being right just for the sake of being right. Don't get stuck in that kind of an energy. Don't let your pride and your ego block you from an experience or from your own abundance and prosperity. Yeah. Expansion, major opportunities. This is the summer card here. Wait, things will unfold. All right, so once again, the opportunities, the expansion, the things will unfold. So appreciate and honor divine timing. during this first half of 2023, you guys. Although we're jumping all around here, right? We're into 2024 in this reading already. The summer is really moving into the second half of 2023. So yeah, in this first half of 2023 especially, be patient. Trust and wait for divine timing. All will happen in divine timing. Yeah, there's something here with this stalemate and this summer card. Something that's been blocked that isn't moving forward. For a reason. Just trust the reason, even if you don't know and understand it. If this is your business, your prosperity that we're talking about. If this is a relationship situation, whatever it is, just know that if it's not happening right now, it's not happening for a reason. Just like the things that are happening for a reason, the things that aren't happening, it's the same. It's the same. Then we have fireworks, chemistry, exhilaration, celebration, lust, right? Hot sex. So, yeah, if some of you guys are waiting for that passion for those fireworks, just know that those are coming. This energy we just talked about, right? Any of that. But this to me, more than the sexy energy here, this feels like your passion coming back. When we talked about the return of this part of you that feels this zest for life, this fire, that's coming back. Yeah, the tower here, and we knew that tower was coming. Yeah, you got, that's Mars energy. The ruler of destruction. Kali energy, working with Kali could be very beneficial for you guys too. But the tower is bringing through new beginnings, all right? Whatever is not meant to be in your life is being demolished this year, in this first half of 2023. First half, mid-2023. All right, it's about the clearing out. For some of you guys, this catalyst is a soulmate, a soul connection. For others of you, it's going to be other things, but it's going to be energy that comes in swiftly and really removes everything. It's kind of like, and that's part of the reason you have to wait and trust divine timing, because your life is being reorganized in order to bring you to where you want to be. But some things have to be destroyed in that process. Clear. All right, we're going to get into the second half. Independent, estranged, also protected on this island card on the bottom of the deck here. You are being divinely guided and protected. So just know that whatever is going down in your reality, you are being protected. And it is for your highest and best good. Clear. For many of you guys, it is about bringing you exactly what you want. It's just the way that it's going to go down is going to feel intense. That's why you have to surrender, surrender, surrender. All right. Clear. Surrender, but also take charge where necessary, right? That's where that balanced masculine and feminine comes in. All right, what do we want to do for the second half of 2023? Clear. All right, I'm being called to the Astro Star Codes for you guys for the second half of 2023. Clear. Astro Star Codes Oracle. Let's get some energies here for, I almost said Aries. You guys, there's something with your energy and Aries energy this year. Clear, clear, clear. All right. For Leo, some of you guys may have placements in Aries too, like Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Maybe you're an Aries Sun watching this, but you have Leo placements too, which is a whole lot of fire. God bless you. Leo, second half of 2023, what do we need to know? What does Spirit want to tell us? Whoa, okay. Solar Calm coming out. Clarify. This is some powerful downloads and activations, right? That solar energy again. This is the integration period. Solar Calm, right? So the second half of 2023 is all going to be an integration for you. And I think a big part of that integration is going to come from, there's going to be so much changing and shifting, so much turbulence in the beginning of the year for you guys, that you're going to need this breather to integrate and bring this into the beam. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work toward positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. So once again, what is this saying? Consistency. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts and underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tides turn and the sun activates. So this is when the sun is not flaring up. So I don't know. We have so many crazy solar flares going on. We may not have a literal solar calm at all this year, but that's the energy of this card, right? Like we said, the integration, the calm, consistent work. You guys are going to want some calm, some chill, some peace after all the chaos of the first half of 2023. What I'm also seeing here is, notice all the planets in alignment. And I don't know if we have any major planetary alignments in 2023. And what this means is when the planets appear as though they're lined up in the sky. It's not when they're all conjunct. When they're conjunct is when they're at the same degree of the same sign in the sky. When they're in alignment, it's like when they look like they're, to the visual eye, they look as though they're lined up. And it's interesting because something like this just came up when I was doing the research for you guys on the length of time of the Venus retrograde and all that stuff. I don't know. I go down some random rabbit holes and stuff when I research sometimes, so I'm not really sure if that was related to the Venus retrograde, or if that was just a random thing that came up when I think it was when I was looking up Venus and Mars and how close they were going to be to each other. So we may have a major planetary alignment in 2023. If we do, look into that. There may be something significant around that time. But I think this also just speaks to the energy of when everything is in alignment, right? When all of our energies, think of the planets as aspects of your energy, aspects of the self, of the experience of being on Earth, and the way that Earth is experienced, we'll say that. The different facets of you, all of those coming into alignment. Equilibrium, working synergistically together. Saturn was sticking out to me, but that's probably just because Saturn's the only one that they drew the ring around. As we have learned, many planets have rings. It's not just Saturn. Uranus has a ring. Neptune has a ring, I believe. Yeah, Saturn's not the only one, but that's the one that's the iconic vision of Saturn. We have retrograde review on the bottom. We don't need to get into that. We already have, right? But we will get into it a little bit, actually. This second half of 2023, especially once Venus comes out of retrograde in October, right? That's when I really feel this energy fully calming down for you, is October, November. End of October, November, mid-October, whatever. Time's irrelevant, right? It's not real, but somewhere in that sphere of time for many of you, that's when this calm is going to set in. When you're going to find that footing and that stability again. It's like in the first half of 2023, you're finding, so I don't know what you guys had going on for 2022, all right? You're finding a level of emotional stability and a level of balance of your masculine and feminine that you did not have in 2022. But there's still, it's like, all right, this is what's going on. First half of 2023, you are feeling more balanced within yourself. But your outer world there still may be a lot shifting and changing in your outside world, which is interesting because typically what's within reflects without. right? So if we're becoming calmer within, we tend to see more calmness without. But that's not necessarily going to be the way it's going to go, I don't think, for you guys in the first part of 2023. For some, maybe. For a lot of you, it's more like that calmness within. The outside is going to take a while to reflect back that energy. This is when the outside begins to reflect back that energy. But first, there is some turbulence. There's some shifting. There's some changing. There's a little bit of chaos for some, right? But that energy is what's bringing this into alignment. That's what's creating this. So it's like the inside becomes more stable. It destabilizes the outside a little more, right? And then the outside eventually catches up. But the outside is also reorganizing itself to mirror this stability in a sustainable way. Remember, creation and destruction go hand in hand. We can't have one without the other. Whatever you're trying to create, there is a level of destruction necessary for it to come into being. And then we get here. And this is a beautiful place to be. This is like the maintenance energy. All right? Self-care, feeling good, feeling balanced, putting that diligent effort into things where life starts to feel more manageable. All right, but with that retrograde energy coming up again, you will be in a place where you will be reviewing, right? You'll be looking at the retrograde's typically the review, and it will be. But once you get out of Venus retrograde, you're going to be reviewing the review. And you're going to be kind of putting all the pieces together and really extracting the wisdom and the lessons. Uranus change was the card that somehow bounced to the bottom of the deck. There's going to be clarity around the changes that have happened, and there's going to be more clarity around the changes that need to happen in order to align you even more powerfully with where you want to be. And then we have the 9th house, exploration, where you want to be, where you want to go. For some of you guys, there's travel here in the second half of 2023. Travel, higher learning, right? This is the house that is ruled by Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. So you may be learning a new skill. You may simply be educating yourself in general. For some of you guys, it's like just independently researching things. For some of you guys, it's definitely developing a new skill, learning, higher learning. Whether this is taking a course, taking a class. For some of you guys, it's like the learning through travel, through traveling and exploration in that way. Some of you guys may feel like you really need a vacation after everything that you've been through. You may go on vacation. And for some of you guys, what I'm feeling is that the vacation may end up lasting a little bit longer than you think, which is interesting. Maybe you go somewhere on vacation, you really, really like it, and then you decide that you want to move there. Or you get an opportunity that allows you to stay there for a little bit longer than anticipated. That feels good, by the way, if that's happening for you. We have opposition here, confrontation. Here we go again. Back into it. What's going on with this? Chiron healing on the bottom of the deck. Tell me more about this opposition. Oppositional energy here. 7th house wanting to pop out there. Relationships. 5th house passion. Okay. 2nd house resources. Talked about that energy, right? What's this card? Chiron healing again. All right. So this is confronting. I feel this really powerfully as confronting the aspects of yourself that are ready to be healed. I know you guys are like, didn't we just do that? Like, what's going on here? 5th house passion here. So for some of you guys, what's being confronted that wants to be healed, that's ready to be healed. And remember, we've had Chiron in Aries for quite a while now. Going back in with that Aries energy again. What's wanting to heal here, what's coming to the forefront is 5th house matters. All right, so we have children, we have dating. Definitely, I mean, you guys, it's There's a lot of action for a lot of you in that area this year. Dating, children, pleasure, creativity, all the things. The 5th house is your house, right? It is the house that you rule. It is, I like to call it the house of all the things that make life worth living. All right? So there's some sort of healing around those energies for you. Confronting parts of yourself that have been holding you back from your ability to fully express yourself creatively, from your ability to fully connect with your children, maybe. For some of you guys, even want children or have children. Like, what if you've had a block there? There may be healing around that. Healing around the inner child. Definitely inner child healing here. Some of you may be confronting situations that bring up your wounded inner child so that that can be healed more deeply. Anything that there's a lot of powerful, passionate energy that comes up here that gets brought to the surface. And this is, again, more of this continuation of renewing and restoring your own passion and zest for life here. I feel like some of you really reconnecting with your passions, with the things that drive you, with the things that bring you pleasure and enjoyment and fulfillment. And as you reconnect with those, it's actually the reconnection with those things, beginning to do those things, to enjoy those things again, that is the healing. So it's more of a gentle healing for some of you guys. But there is, like, one way or another, you're confronting deeper aspects of the self here. The aspects of the self that prevent you from fully embracing this energy, which is your energy, right? The 5th house energy. Embracing the self, expressing yourself. For some of you guys, this is self-expression. And some of you guys may have situations that you encounter where there's a confrontation with somebody because it's like you speak your truth, you express yourself, you express how you're truly feeling something within your heart, and it causes waves with somebody or a group of people here. And there is a confrontation that happens, and some of you guys may not be big into confrontation. A lot of Leos actually aren't. A misinterpretation, because Leo's a fire sign, is that Leo is, like, some people think of it more like Aries energy, right? You guys like to get along with people more than not. You know, you enjoy being loved, you enjoy being adored. You enjoy all of that. You guys are big love muffins. You really are. You really, truly are. You may hide that sometimes. You guys have a tough veneer, right? But deep down, you are truly deep and loving people, and you don't really want to fight and argue. This depends on, this is general. Whatever else you have in your chart may be different. I have somebody close to me who's a Leo, and she is not afraid of confrontation. But for some of you guys, I feel like confrontation might make you kind of, that this resonates for. Confrontation might make you feel kind of uncomfortable. But it's necessary for you. Because whatever this is, however it is, like, you've been, it's like you've been hiding an aspect of yourself. You've been afraid to express yourself in a certain way. And when you own that, it is going to cause some waves. But those waves and your ability to stand up to that and stand your ground and stand in your truth, I'm feeling like 9 of Wands energy here, is really important. And it's really healing for you. And then we have Scorpio coming out with the Sun and Saturn. Investigate. Source. And structure. Ooh, this Saturn card's really cool, isn't it? And the Sun, of course, is your card. Again, that Sun energy is going to be so powerful for you guys all year. And this to me feels like in the second half of 2023, you guys are really structuring your life around source. Around your own soul. Connecting with the source within. Right? Investigating your own... It's like investigating your soul is what it feels like. So this is like past life work and recall. This is integration of the unconscious, right? Really exploring your subconscious, exploring the underworld of your own being. But in a really high vibrational way, and in a way where you're not, I don't feel like you're getting so sucked into the depths of it. But I do feel like you are, it's like you're investigating, you're getting to the source, you're getting to the root of false belief systems, right? These belief systems that you no longer, like, belief systems create our reality, right? And they're created by experiences in this lifetime and other lifetimes, collective experiences, a whole bunch of different things. Childhood is where a lot of our core belief systems from this lifetime come from. All right, all of that programming, things happen, we give them meaning. That meaning creates a belief. That belief then dictates our reality and plays out over and over again. And so you guys are identifying some of those core beliefs. You're sourcing, where did this come from? And this is the energy Source wants you to work with throughout the second half of 2023. And you don't have to wait for the second half. But I feel like you're going to be getting into this in earnest in the second half of 2023. When something comes up, when a reaction comes up, when something triggers you, when you have a certain thought, when you notice a repeating behavior pattern, source it. Where does this come from? Where did this start? When was the first time that I felt this way? All right? Get to the source, get to the root of everything. Saturn is supporting you here in being more disciplined in this energy. And remember, we noticed Saturn in the solar calm. So I feel like pay attention to what Saturn's doing this year as well. I know we just had a Saturn-Venus conjunction. Not in your sign. In the sign of Aquarius. All right. And Saturn's a big player in these first couple in February. Saturn's going to be a big player. All right. We are in Aquarius season as well, which Saturn used to rule before Uranus was discovered. All right. But there's Saturnian lessons here. There's where you're being asked to set firm boundaries in the second half of 2023. You're being asked to really show up for life, to be disciplined. There are karmic lessons. There's healing here. Healing, releasing karmic wounds, karmic imprints. Healing your Akash. Tapping into and working with your Akashic records, I feel, for some people. That's how you're going to investigate. That's how you're going to source this energy. Yeah. And creating that spiritual structure in your daily life, that routine, those habits that are going to prime you for success. And especially on a spiritual level, really working with your higher spiritual self here. Connecting with that aspect of you more deeply. Integrating more of your higher self into your being, into your awareness. Connecting with Source on a level in a way that you haven't before. And I feel like connecting with Source on a physical, earthly way too. Like experiencing Source, and this is calling back in that Taurus energy again, right? Experiencing Source in nature, in the soil, in your own body. Really understanding the interconnection and the way that Source is all, right? Including us, but like a more, I don't know how to describe this, a more physical, visceral experience of that energy. Grounding Source light more powerfully into the being as well. Integrating, like physical integration for you guys. So make sure you take really good care of yourselves physically. All right, one more card. I'm going to have to wrap this up in a few minutes here. Whoa, let's see what that was. That went flying. 12th house introspection. Once again, you see how all this energy is in alignment, all the chakras lined up here. So you would think the retrograde season would be the introspective part for you guys, but I feel this later half too, after the energies are starting, it's like there's going to be a lot happening in the first half, so you're not going to have as much time to sit back and be introspective. In the second half, you're going to have some more time for that. And you're really, immerse and introspection. You're really going to dive deep into the soul, into the self, into your intuition, into these, right? The 12th house is a very, very spiritual energy. It's the most mysterious house. 8th and 12th houses, very mysterious. We don't really know what's going on there. All right? This is the subconscious, the 12th house. This is the collective consciousness. I really feel like you guys are going to be working on, and Spirit's guiding you to work on aligning your chakras, aligning your energy, going within, intuition, working with the moons, with the energy of Cancer, right? Immersing yourself. It's like the first half of 2023 is all about your divine masculine. Let me, I gotta plug this in so it doesn't die here. Hold on one second, you guys. All right. Yeah, 2023 is all about working with your divine, the beginning of 2023 is all about working with your divine masculine. And yes, we do that by calling in some of we balance with each, right? But 2023, calling on that energy of the divine masculine. All right, Jesus Christ. Let me start this over. And the beginning of 2023, it's all about working with your divine masculine energy. The second half of 2023 is going to be all about working with and cultivating this energy of your divine feminine. Really calling her in powerfully. Immersing yourself in your unconscious. There are gems to be found there. There is powerful guidance and wisdom for you. So really work with the energies of the moon. Work with the energies of the sun all year, but especially in the first half, right? Sun, masculine energy. In the second half, really powerfully work with your feminine energy and the energies of the moon. The cycles of the moon, the cycles of self, cycles of healing. You're going to be moving through different cycles of healing throughout 2023. And there is just something really powerful happening for you, where I feel like by the time you guys hit 2024, it's going to be like hitting the ground running. Especially, like we said, the spring of 2024. Yeah. Go dive into the underworld of yourself. Because there are powerful gems to be found there for you. You're gonna be able to put the pieces together. The 12th house can be known as the house of the undoing, right? Our undoing. But it's also where some of our greatest gifts and treasures lie. And that's what you're going to come to realize and understand too on a deeper level, is how the things that almost undid you actually made you stronger, made you more powerful, gave you the greatest gifts that you're now beginning to really learn how to put into practice. It's like you've been through a lot, you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, but you haven't fully realized how to put that all together yet. And that understanding, that alignment is starting to come through here. All right. I really want to finish this reading for you guys. I need to take care of my son, so I'm kind of like, I'm trying to get, I was going to try to end it, but this last piece wants to come through for you. There's a message, an invitation that you're going to receive toward the end of 2023 in the second half somewhere. A message or an invitation. Ooh, mystery, 8th house on the bottom of the deck. Future. Ooh, we got both the nodes coming out here. So very fated. Very destined and fated. Message or invitation. Spirit right now is giving you a message to dive into, an invitation to dive into the mystery. All right, so for some of you guys, there's like a mystery school. You may be signing up. You may be invited to learn some type of powerful esoteric practice, it feels like. Something really intense here. Yeah, you're going to be invited to do something, and for some of you guys, this feels like a bit, it's mysterious, it's elusive, it's a bit exclusive. Whatever this is going to be a really powerful experience for you. Very healing, right? See, we have the two serpents here, the Kundalini, the masculine, the feminine energy here. Let's get a couple tarot cards. I don't know why I said two. Clear. Tell me about this message, this invitation for Leo. Got the Lovers coming out again. All right, so for some of you guys, this has to do with love again. Two of Cups, soulmate, powerful soulmate energy coming in again. All right, so for some of you guys, and the Nine of Cups. Boom, wish granted. All right, so for some of you guys, it is like you get invited to study this super exclusive type of like magic, or there's like some really fun, mysterious, some sort of initiatory energy here. For others of you, there's going to be a message, an invitation coming in from a romantic partner, from a lover. Could be somebody new, but for some of you guys, it feels like maybe that twin flame energy from the beginning of the reading, the first half of 2023. Like maybe you guys separated and they actually did do the work. And now they're coming back in. We got the Nine of Cups here. This is all beautiful energy. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Reviewing Seven of Swords, 7-7 energy here. Page of Cups. Six of Swords once again on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. This message coming through, it's what you always wanted. It's your wish. It feels like I call this the genie in a bottle energy, right? Nine of Cups. A message of wish fulfillment. An apology. Tell me more about this 7-7 energy here. Five of Cups. Yes, somebody who's really regretting letting you go and is here to offer a fresh start. They're really looking, they've done their own reviewing, right? Going back, coming to understand on a deeper level. Seeing and understanding their part in situations, how they may have harmed you, where they may have been dishonest maybe with themselves, with you. Where it is that they're ready to do something different or want to do something different. One more card. Possible outcome here. High Priestess and the Death card. Doesn't get more mystical than that, right? Scorpio energy here. But it's hidden. That's right. We got the mystery. So we're not meant to know, but it does feel like a is this a death or an ending or well, an ending is a beginning, right? Knight of Cups, offer of love. Yeah. Somebody's had a powerful initiation, activation, transformation, and they come in with an offer of love for you. What are you going to do? I don't know. That's a whole other reading right there. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry that I had to kind of rush through the very end of this, but motherly duties call. I know many of you out there know how that goes. You guys are incredible. I appreciate you so much. Have a really beautiful, powerful year, you guys. It's looking very interesting. I'm going to keep popping on and doing more zodiac readings when I have time throughout the year. So this won't be the last time that we will talk, Leo. And then, of course, all the other readings and all the other things that I do. If you haven't subscribed yet, I put out energy updates all the time. We go over the energies of the moons, major astrological transits, portals, all kinds of stuff. We do lots of live streams. We have a lot of fun on here. So if you have not yet subscribed and you like the vibe, come and join the tribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Strength card. Right? Your energy coming through again on the bottom of the deck. All right? You guys have everything within you that you need to have an amazing and powerful year. 6 of Cups. That inner child healing. Walking away from everything that does not support the truth and the beauty of who you are. All right? Let it go. Let it go. If it's not supporting you, if it's not feeding you, release it, because there's so much goodness that wants to come in for you. There is so much goodness that wants to come in for you guys and is coming in for you guys. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.